mis queridos, ¿cómo estás, mi amo Alicia? Hello, my kittens. How are you? My name is Allison, and today we are playing Nancy Drew Mobile Mysteries Ghost of Thornton Hall. And if you are, we are basically on to today's video is basically number 23. So if you are actually wondering what the difference is between Mobile Mysteries and the desktop version edition, I'm fairly certain you should know by now. But in case you don't, basically the only difference between the two is Nancy having phone charms on her cell phone. That is just about it. That, and I believe the fast combo feature which is automatic on for the entire gameplay. Whereas with the desktop version, the phone charms is part of the bonus edition when it comes to it, and the bonus edition is accessible with every Ghost of Thornton Hall game. But the only way you can get the bonus edition is if you pre-order the game. Once it's publicly released, you can no longer get it, which I don't like that part of publicity. I don't like that side of dealings that Her Interactive does. But as far as the differences between Mobile Mysteries and the desktop version, I should say console, right? Systems. Anywho, that's basically the difference with including the fast combo feature. The fast combo feature is actually a new update, I should say. Her Interactive likes to update their game engine every so often just to give us gamers better graphics, better update with the UI and all that jazz, just to make sure their games are up to date, up to code, make sure that our games look super fresh, which I appreciate. But they did not do that so well with Midnight in Salem. I'm not gonna say anything of my opinions on the game, just because I still have yet to complete that. I'm still being a wuss in playing that game. I honestly don't know if I'm going to play that game on the channel, despite the fact I've only done like 2 or 3 videos of it. I think that's one game I might end up not doing. Anyway, the fast combo feature is basically like skipping dialogue. You're actually able to skip there's these 2 little yellow arrows next to the speech bubble down at the bottom of the screen. You are actually able to skip the dialogue of either Nancy or the person she is talking to at the time. This is actually a really helpful feature, especially if you're a speedrunner or if you just want to like skip the story entirely and just want to focus on the puzzles. I totally understand both perspectives, both point of views, because I've watched those kinds of plays on YouTube before. So, with that in mind, now that we've got those discussions out of the way, I do want to bring up a couple of other things. One, Her Interactive bases all of their Nancy Drew video games, except for one, which is Sea of Darkness, are based off the Nancy Drew book series. Sea of Darkness was actually an original, which is weird that they did that, but hey. Just because like they royally effed up Nancy and Ned's relationship in that one. But that's my opinion. In fact, that's actually a lot of Nancy Drew fans' opinions, but semantics. Anywho, Ghost of Thornton Hall is actually based off of Nancy Drew Girl Detective Uncivil Acts number 10. And if you're wondering why it's number 10, considering the book series started in 1930, let me just tell you, the book publishing company, the first company as well as the current company, Grosset and Dunlap, and then currently Simon & Schuster, they both did the same thing, which is to reset the series every so often. And doing that, it wasn't just to like give it better grammar, better punctuation, but it was also to have like revised stories and also create new stories as well, just to bring in more readers, not just to keep their own fan base as well. And it really helped to do that with their employers employees as well, just because they needed new concept art for their book covers and all that jazz. Here's the thing though, with every reset, they had to make sure there was a little detailed changes with Nancy's character, with whatever was going on with her relationships, with her friends, all that jazz. And not to mention, they had to make sure there was a subtitle with every reset of the Nancy Drew name title. Seriously, because otherwise people would get confused of why there is different cover art. With that, I do want to remind you that the entire Nancy Drew series is not canon. Do not think everything is connected. Do not think every single binding cover arts, every binding reset, they're all connected. They are not. That means it is not canon. It is not chronological order, anything. So, if you want to figure out like the whole Nancy Drew mystery shebang of her history and all that jazz, just focus on one binding. Otherwise, you're gonna get yourself super confused. A lot of people get that misunderstands that when it comes to the concept, when it comes to the book covers, especially to those who have no idea who Nancy Drew is. All right, so I think with that, I think we're good. I will talk more about the book at the end of the video, hopefully, just because there's a lot more to talk about. I do want to mention that with this being a mobile game, you have to have an iOS 7 or later, and you actually do get an hour's worth of free gameplay, whether you are able to do a lot of the story or just a little bit. After that 1 hour, you do have to purchase it, which is $5.99. It's actually pretty affordable. By the way, this is not sponsored. I am not explaining this just because they are paying me. Her Interactive is not paying me. I just want to let you all know like how available this game is in the App Store, in the, I should say, Apple App Store. I don't know if it's available in the Google App Store or not. Props to you if it is. that would be awesome. It is compatible with an iPad, which is fortunate. That's how I'm able to record this. I super love that, by the way. There are some complications in playing it, and I'm realizing the time, but just let me say like 2 more things, just because it's kind of important here. Because I am recording, I am fairly certain it is because I'm recording that there are some glitches and freezes and issues with the game. So with that, after I am done playing the game on the channel, I'm going to play it on my own free time, find out if there are glitches and crashes and anything like that, just to make sure that you all are aware of what is going on, if it's actually real or if it's just because of gaming recording capture. I want to let you all know if the $5.99 is worth it. Okay, so now that that part is done, I do want to let you all know if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please, please, please check the description box below. There's the previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have every video that I've done so far with Nancy Drew, Mobile Mysteries, Ghosts of Thornton Hall, and let's go ahead and get into the game. Alright, so we have come to a critical part of the story where we are actually opening this metal door in the, I'm gonna say cellar. It's more of a basement, but I'm calling it cellar just because there's a bunch of like wine kegs and there's like a gas heater that's most likely emitting carbon monoxide. But anyway, we've seen this, and unfortunately with Nancy's cell phone we cannot take pictures, and that's partly because we are playing this on a mobile device, so that's a downfall. But oh, and I do want to mention the compass part is actually tells you like what locations you can. It shows all the arrows of where you can go on the screen. I am not going to use it just because whenever I do, it freezes the game. Again, this is the reason why I say I'm going to play this on my own time once I am done playing this on the channel. So this is a task list. Task list tracks your objectives. Mark that task done. Tap on the checkbox. Tapping question mark gives you a hint for that task. The journal keeps notes of observations relevant to the case. This was also an update on the game engine that Her Interactive did. This update actually was enforced with game number 28, Ghost of Thornton, which is pretty exciting. They tested it with all this. Let's go ahead and check to see if I got anything done in the previous video.
Can't check. That's done. Still have to do that. Haven't check.
Alright, so use all the cotton seeds?
Haven't done that.
That should be marked. That should be marked, considering we were able to access the cellar now. What? Alright, that's glitched. Okay, so, we do have notes about this, because in, I believe, Charlotte's journal in her bedroom, she actually had a drawing of something a lot like this box. It didn't have numbers inside it, but it had, like, a drawing of, like, multiple boxes, similar to this shape, well, exactly like this shape, actually. And she was saying that we needed, like, the 1st and 7th number of Franklin's memorial. We actually do have that down, and we gotta put those two numbers together. The 1st number was 1, and the 7th number was 8. So, put those together, and it is 18. To let you all know, we have to make sure that each side, 1 through 4, 1 through 9, 4 through 6, 9 to 6, basically all 4 sides, we have to equal 18 each. 18 up top, 18 up bottom, 18 on each side. You get the gist? Okay. Alright. Oh boy. So this is definitely gonna take me a while, just because my brain's not fully functioning right now. So let's see. I am gonna try my best. Most likely the 10 is gonna have to be in the middle. I just don't know which side. I'm fairly certain 7 and 6 are on one of the corners. Wait, no, that needs to be 3. Okay, so did I just do it? 7 plus 6? No. Um, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Misa not doing the math right. I can't think. Actually, you know what? I'm wondering. I do have the Nancy Drew cheat book, which is my own personal notebook. Do I have it in here? I do not. Okay. Alright, just wanted to double check. Just wanted to double check. Bummer, 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 bummer. Okay, well... This is definitely going to take me a while to think. Um... 6, 10, that means I need 2 over here. Mm. 9 plus 4 would be 13. I just need a 5. Oh yeah. Whoa!
Jessalyn?
Yes?
You're safe.
I don't know who you are.
Nancy, Wade hired me to help find you.
Really? Wade?
Yeah, he seemed really worried.
Oh, man. Our family's just a hot mess. What is wrong with us? Nancy, you can't tell anyone you've seen me. No one.
So you did run away?
No, I can't say what happened. And you can't either.
I can't agree to that. I came here to find you.
Good for you, but I came down here not to be found.
Alright, well, this puts us in a pickle. Tell me what's happening or I'll tell everyone I found you. Yikes. That does not sound like Nancy. Let me help you, it sounds like Nancy.
Let me help you.
Fine. You haven't left me much of a choice.
You were hiding out in the tunnels because you and Harper are working together? Why?
I didn't come here intending anything more than a good scare. Harper found out I was coming and snuck up on me.
She almost died. I had to give her a paper bag for the breathing to calm her down.
You shouldn't be proud of that!
Oh, grow up. You didn't die.
I'd been told my whole life that Harper was crazy.
What a coincidence. Me too.
I just want to let you all know, growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Ignore her for a second. Come here.
Secrets don't make friends.
Look, she's not as nuts as she seems.
That, as they say, is debatable, my dear lamb.
True.
Stop it! She needs to know. Leave if you don't want to listen, but it needs to be said.
I'm sorry, Jessalyn. I'll go.
The night of the fire, Harper was there. My whole life, my mother's kept me away from Harper. Said it was for my own good. I came here looking for Charlotte's ghost, but instead Harper found me. She told me
And
that my
learned the
mother
truth.
was responsible for Charlotte's death.
Oh,
And
F off.
I stayed to listen. I didn't laugh. I didn't run away. I stayed and listened to every word. Because my mother, because she's so cold. And I believe that it might be true. I don't know if I'm going crazy or if I'm already there. But I have to know. Please. I need your help.
I wonder what actually happened that night, because I can't remember if I ever learned that.
What made you trust Harper?
I wish I could explain. I've been asking myself the same thing. My mother had us convinced that Harper was dangerous. I think my mother's been putting this whole family under her thumb. Me included.
Basically.
To keep us from finding whatever it was Charlotte was about to do.
Yeah, this... Mother protection is a dangerous thing. Mother protection is a dangerous thing. And manipulation is a dangerous thing too. Just be aware of what's going on in your relationship.
Do you think
Oh,
seeing the
whoops.
fire is what made Harper... Harper?
Imagine carrying a secret that big for so long, not having anyone listen.
Also, just from like what Jesselyn is saying right here, is just making me realize of what I said. I was recently interviewed for Vox magazine. I'm not going to say for what, but sorry, Vox magazine is like a local thing here where I live. And I think I just doxed myself. Anyway, anyway, this just kind of confirms with what I was saying to the person who interviewed me on Friday, that there are always two sides of a coin, two sides of a story. Do not judge just from listening to one person's perspective that the villain is a villain 100%. Just if you want to learn the whole truth, to figure out what decision you should make, listen to both sides. Don't just assume that what you're hearing first is correct. So what we're learning from Jesselyn might not be the whole truth. So we need to find out what exactly happened that night, and we need to find out why Charlotte actually died, whether it was an accident or not.
What can I do to help?
We've been doing this Harper's way, but we're running out of time. I need you to get the necklace from my mother's briefcase. I'll get Harper to distract her.
Why? What's so special about it?
Charlotte told Harper to open the locket if anything ever happened to her. But if we don't open it the right way, it'll destroy what's inside. Here, this will help you open the briefcase.
Alright, so what's this? Oh, so we can basically look this up like right now before the video is over, basically, because I'm seeing the time right now. We actually don't have much time. So let's see. If Belle Boyd was a Confederate spy, we'll look that up after. Yes, I know about the hint system thing. Charlotte's Masquerade. Cornelia died. If 54 workers died in the factory accident, we actually do know. So it would be 10. If Jesselyn is serving fried chicken at her wedding, no. So it would be 14. She wants to, though. She and her fiance want to, though. If Harper caused major injuries at the funeral, then turn on 10 and 14. If not, turn on 13. So we need to look at that article in the crypt one more time, because I can't quite remember. I know there were injuries, but I don't remember if there were major injuries or not. Alright, so if Cornelia died in 1924, we can actually look that up in the family tree right now. And Charlotte's Masquerade, on the 31st, which I doubt it is, and Belle Boyd's Confederate. Alright, so let's just go ahead and look at the family
My mother
tree
knows about
after
the
this
locket.
conversation.
That's why she never lets the necklace out of her sight. You need to find a way to get it.
Do you know that Colton is here?
I don't have time for that right now. Please go find the necklace and bring it to me.
Sorry to bring it up, but were you aware that Colton's seeing someone else?
I'm not all that surprised, to be perfectly honest.
You're not?
No, The whole thing was mainly my mother's idea.
Do you know about Lexi?
Colton and I were never in love. We were in a mess. He loved Lexi, and I hope he goes back to her.
Aww. So
See you
was
later.
basically an
Goodbye.
arranged marriage. I mean, we knew it was arranged marriage from the start, but just from the way Colton explained it, it made it seem like, oh, motion sickness awareness, alert, warning, okay. And there's the furnace that I was telling you about, the gas heater. Good grief. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at the family tree. Where is Cornelia? Cornelia... It looks like there's only one Cornelia, and she died in 1971. What did that paper say? If not, turn on 6. Gotcha. So we need to look at this book real quick. Where is Belvoid? Against the intention of the Confederacy for led her to become a spy. But was she a Confederate? Yes, she was a Confederate. Okay. 2 and 5. Alright. And go to here and this. Oh shit, the time. Okay. Sorry, I cursed. It is on the 30th. So, no. 1 and 4. And let's go to the crypt. I know we're running out of time already. I want to get to the crypt though and get those last numbers. She caused minor injuries. Gotcha. Okay. So with that being minor injuries, 13. Okay, so we got all the numbers. Now we can officially be prepared. Though I don't know. I don't know what tunnel to use to get there. I don't know if we ever learned tunnel on getting there. So I guess we will have to learn that in the next video. Because we are basically out of time. Yikes. Yeah, I wish I could talk about the book, seriously. But I will mention it again. It is Nancy Drew Uncivil Acts number 10 in the Girl Detective binding. You can actually get a free copy of it yourself. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. I hope I helped you out in this video. If not, I'm not doing my job. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful red, or sorry, beautiful gray. As well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays 6 p.m. Central and Sundays 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Yada. I feel like I missed something in that outro. Oh well.